10th. So let's talk about Spotify, because they're also making a change to their subscription offerings. But for them, they're adding a new plan. And it's a really, really interesting plan. So late in 2023, Spotify added audiobooks to their catalog. If you were a Spotify premium subscriber, you could get access to up to 15 hours of streaming audiobooks through the service. And it's a pretty large catalog, 200,000 titles. It's not everything, but no service is. It's got a lot, but not everything. And 15 hours a month is going to get you basically a book a month. There are shorter books for sure. Maybe you found 2 7-hour books and you were able to get through those in 1 month, but I listen to a lot of audiobooks, and most of them are between 10 and 25 hours. So it just depends on what you're reading / listening to, whether that would work for you. Now, when they rolled this out, what they found was that a lot of Spotify free plan subscribers were trying to click into and engage with the audiobooks, but they aren't available to the free plan. So what they decided to do was, let's roll out a plan specifically targeted at audiobook listeners. So that's what they're doing here. It's a new audiobook access tier, and it gives you that 15 hours of audiobooks per month. But in terms of music, it's still just like the free music tier. So you get access to music, but it's all ad supported, and you don't get any of the extra benefits that a typical Spotify premium subscription brings with it. So what does this cost you? That's another area where I think this gets interesting. It's $10 a month. And your first reaction is probably $10 a month. Spotify Premium is $11 a month. Why wouldn't I just pay the extra $1 and get all of the access to Spotify Premium music, like not having to listen to ads? Well, I think the thing that they're hoping here is that this is probably more targeted at taking consumers away from Audible than trying to get more people to pay for the music subscription. Because Audible is the only real competitor to Spotify's audiobook subscription service. Or maybe that's not fair. I think it's the most fair thing to say there is Audible is the biggest competitor to Spotify's audiobook subscription service. So how does Audible work? Which, by the way, Audible is owned by Amazon. With Audible, users pay $15 a month, and they get access to a credit, which they can use to purchase any, with a big asterisk next to it, any audiobook. It's not exactly any, because really, really long audiobooks are sometimes 2 credits, but it's, the vast majority of their catalog is 1 credit. So it could be 20, 25 hour, 30 hour books, still be 1 credit, and you do get access to them. The other big difference there is with Audible, it is a purchase. You own that book forever. You can listen to it as many times as you want, whenever you want. Whereas with the Spotify subscription, it's 15 hours for the month and then you're done. Doesn't matter which books you're reading. None of that matters. You get 15 hours and then you're done. The other big difference with Audible, if you don't buy a book for that month, if you don't use the credit, it rolls over. So the next month you have 2 credits that you can use. With Spotify, if you only listen for 10 hours this month, you don't get an extra 5 next month. It still just starts over at 15 hours every single month. And again, you're not purchasing anything there. So they are pretty different plans, but Spotify is hoping that the fact that you're saving $5 a month is going to be enough to lure you in to subscribing to that service instead. Just like some of the other stories we've mentioned during this full episode, this is a US only feature right now.